Oscar Pistorius was a global icon. He was the Blade Runner, a double amputee who competed in both the Paralympics and the Olympics. His story was one of pure inspiration. He shattered perceptions of disability and became one of the most recognizable athletes on the planet. But on Valentine's Day 2013, that heroic image was destroyed forever. Pistorius shot and killed his girlfriend, Riva Steenkamp, through a locked bathroom door in his home. He claimed it was a tragic mistake. He thought she was an intruder. This kicked off a brutal, highly publicized trial that captivated the world. His life unraveled. His private texts were read in court. His history of paranoia was exposed. The promise of his career, it completely evaporated. The court found him guilty of murder. He was slapped with a sentence of 13 years and 5 months in prison. His legacy wasn't of resilience, but of chilling domestic violence. A hero had become a convicted killer. For 16 years, Lamine Diack was one of the most powerful men in track. From 1999 to 2015, he was the president of the IAAF, the world's governing body for track and field. He was the guardian of the sport's integrity. The unraveling began almost immediately after he left office in 2015. A massive investigation was launched into his presidency. What it found was staggering. Diack had presided over a sophisticated system of bribery and extortion. He accepted millions of dollars in payments. The purpose? To conceal positive doping tests from Russian athletes, allowing them to compete illegally. The very man meant to stop cheating was enabling it on a global scale. He was convicted of corruption. The scandal shattered the credibility of the entire anti-doping system he was sworn to protect. It was an absolute betrayal, proving the rot can start at the very top.
If you find these hidden histories compelling and want more deep dives into the dark side of track, make sure you subscribe to the channel right now.
Suzy Favor Hamilton was the all-American girl of track. She was a celebrated middle-distance runner who represented the USA at 3 Olympic Games, 1992, 1996, and 2000. To the public, her life seemed perfect. But in 2012, a media investigation revealed a shocking secret. The story sent waves through the entire sports world. Favor Hamilton had been working as a high-priced escort in Las Vegas. She was living a complete double life, totally hidden from her fans, sponsors, and even family. Her carefully crafted image was shattered. She later explained her actions were driven by a misdiagnosed bipolar disorder and severe depression. Her candor opened a crucial dialogue about mental health in sports, reframing her story from one of scandal to one of hidden internal crisis. Tim Montgomery was the fastest man on Earth. In 2002, he did the unthinkable. He shattered the 100-meter world record with a time of 9.78 seconds. He had reached the absolute zenith of the sporting world. The man behind the record? A fraud. His name became a centerpiece in the sprawling BALCO doping scandal that rocked American sports. The investigation proved his performance was fueled by a sophisticated doping regimen. His world record was erased. His medals were stripped. But his spiral didn't stop there. He was later convicted in a multi-million-dollar check fraud scheme, and after that, dealing heroin. Montgomery plummeted from world record holder to federal inmate. He received 46 months for fraud and another 5 years for dealing. His story is the sport's most tragic lesson in wasted talent and absolute self-destruction. Dave Laut was an American hero. A powerful shot putter, he embodied the spirit of the Olympic Games. His crowning moment came at home, winning the bronze medal at the 1984 Los Angeles Olympics. He was a symbol of strength and national pride.
But on the night of August 27, 2009, that heroic image was violently extinguished. Laut was shot and killed in his own backyard. The initial report was a home invasion gone wrong. The investigation, however, turned its focus inward, to his wife, Jane. The story unraveled into two brutal, conflicting narratives. Jane claimed years of horrific domestic abuse and that she shot him in self-defense. The prosecution painted a picture of a calculated murder for a $300,000 life insurance policy. The jury sided with the prosecution. Jane Laut was convicted of first-degree murder and sentenced to 50 years to life. The story of an Olympic medalist ended not with glory, but in a grim domestic tragedy that left a legacy of unanswered questions and family destruction.
Mahedine Mekhissi-Benabbad of France was a force of nature in the steeplechase. A multi-time Olympic and European medalist, his talent was undeniable. He was consistently one of the best in the world. But his career is defined as much by controversy as by medals. The most infamous moment came at the 2014 European Championships. Coasting to a dominant victory, he pulled his shirt off in celebration before crossing the finish line. He was promptly disqualified, stripped of his gold medal for disrespecting the competition. This wasn't an isolated incident. He had previously shoved a 14-year-old mascot who tried to give him a bag. He even got into a physical fight with a teammate on the track after a race. His legacy is a complicated one. He is a brilliant athlete whose temper and bizarre lack of judgment repeatedly sabotaged his own success. He proved that sometimes an athlete's greatest opponent is themselves.
Nasra Ali Abukar. The scene was the 2023 World University Games. Representing Somalia in the women's 100 meters was an unknown sprinter named Nasra Ali Abukar. The world was about to witness one of the most bizarre scandals in recent track history. When the starting gun fired, it was immediately obvious something was wrong. Abukar was not just slow, she was completely untrained. She finished the race in a staggering 21.81 seconds, more than 10 seconds behind the winner. The clip went viral, causing global embarrassment for Somalia. An investigation revealed the truth. Abukar was not an athlete. She was the niece of the chairwoman of the Somali Athletics Federation, who had allegedly used her position to get her relative a spot in the games. The scandal wasn't about doping or a crime, but something more fundamental: corruption and nepotism. The chairwoman was suspended, and the Somali Ministry of Sports issued a public apology. It was a raw, unfiltered display of how abuse of power can turn a sporting event into a national disgrace.
Tyson Gay was the man who could challenge Usain Bolt. The American record holder in the 100 meters, he was a constant threat for a global title. The pressure on him was immense. In 2013, his quest came crashing down. News broke that Gay had tested positive for a banned anabolic steroid. Gay claimed he was betrayed by his coach, but it didn't matter. He was handed a 1-year ban. Then came the gut punch. He was stripped of the silver medal he won at the 2012 London Olympics. His chase for individual glory was permanently tainted. The asterisk next to his name was now permanent, a brutal reminder of a career derailed by a single vial.